really important shit that is going on, right? It's really rare. I used to come back on like back to back doing lives, but this is very, very important what I'm about to say, right? I have never, you like what? I have seen the spiritual world, meaning the spiritual family, the tarot card, spiritual people. I have seen it active, but I haven't seen it this active, right? And only why I'm saying this is because of tarot cards readings, right? God damn, he like what? Somebody went and got a reading on somebody. Somebody went and got a reading on somebody, or somebody is planning on going to go get a reading, or however that it may be, right? And the only why I'm saying this is, right, everybody has spiritual counsels. Everybody have people who they can go talk to. Now, dealing with a spiritual counsel, you have to make sure that you're actually going to a person that actually has a light over them. A lot of people say that they are chosen, they are blessed. You know, you do have some that are, and then you have some that they're only waiting for you to open up your chakra. I always believe in that, to insert shit. I also believe sometimes that it's not also good as well to go to tarot people to tap in to read stuff. But what's so beautiful about our destiny and the way that it can be shaped is that either, yeah, we can interfere with it, we can change it a little bit, or we can prolong it, right? Oh God, I don't know where I'm getting this energy from, but like, why am I saying this? Only why I'm saying this sometimes is because you'll be surprised. I always say that shit. You'll be surprised, and I know for myself, right? I like to try to not be so active because my energy is very, very strong, and I don't like people to read into my shit. You like why? I don't want people to open up my chakra as much as it. That's why I always say for some people, and a lot of people who understand that, it's really a penalty sometimes when people go and pull people cards and they want to be nosy. So I always put that, right? So I say this shit now. You like what? For people who all try to tap into my energy, they try to do shit. I put a curse on everybody, right? Only why I'm saying that is because some shit is forbidden for some people to tap in to do that, especially when you have a whole bunch of nosy people. What do I mean by that? You have some people who be trying to figure out, or they think something, and then you have certain people who because they go through certain things, they kind of get bits and pieces of it, right? And this is how you have some people who can interfere with a lot of different things, or they try to interfere. But I always like to say, for it's more of a, I'm gonna keep saying that shit, it's a spiritual penalty, right? Now, I always like to say, for sometimes you have to be careful when you are listening to some readers, right? And maybe some people need certain confirmations for them to believe in a whole bunch of different things, a lot of different things that are going to come to pass, right? But I always like to say, for we have the power to also change some things that are written out, right? I always believe that. Mm. I just kind of got quiet a little bit. I'm just getting quiet just a little bit because when you're dealing with the reality of shit, you're like, what? Because you have to go to it a little bit. People are going for little cheat codes and shit. I look at tarot cards and a lot of different things. I look at that shit as a little cheat code. Somebody's looking into what is going on and what's taking place. But I always like to say, you go to the source. You ask the source. If you're going to somebody to ask somebody regarding an issue about you and somebody, if you have the ability to ask, because sometimes the readers, they can give you a reading that sometimes might not come to pass. I always like to say that. For sometimes they ask you certain things so they can go a little bit deeper, right? Now I'm going to say this again, for a lot of people who have a lot of great things that are going on. Be very, very, very careful when people ask you, because you have some people, I see it because this shit be happening to me all the time. Do you want to read? Do you want me? Do you want to read it? Let me read you. Let me read you. Let me read you. Just be very, very careful. Motherfuckers want to see your ending, because a lot of people right now, they want to figure out people's endings. So don't allow people to figure that shit out, right? Right. It's not all that what the fuck you done heard. I always say that shit. for somebody gave you a ending to something that you don't know. Now you gonna have some people who are telling people, oh yeah, but it's not going to work out because she have closed out her chapter. She's no longer thinking about you. She's just this, that, and the third. You have to really come to terms with that, right? You like come to terms with what? That's probably not the motherfucking case. That's not the case. So I say once again, if you have a relationship or you have something that's revolving around a relationship, you have recently got a reading regarding that, and you have a little bit of your instinct that's telling you that something is not adding up, or you have walked out from out of that with not a good feeling, I always say to go ask the source. Because you'll have people that saying she's done with you or he's done with you, and that's probably not even the fucking case. They just actually seen a glimpse part of a situation probably when they felt like they were done. But listen to this. Everybody mind changed 24 hours within a day. For however somebody was feeling yesterday, however somebody was feeling 2 days ago, however somebody might be feeling a week ago, 9 out of 10, sometimes that's not how somebody is feeling today. And that's how shit changed, right? Always look at that. Always say that. For if you're dealing with a person that's honestly woke like that, people mind should be elevating 24 hours in a day. That's why I say the importance of being in a cycle of 24 hours within a day, because within 24 hours with a day, people are supposed to be going over some of the fuck shit that they have done. For meaning, when I wake up, like for instance, today's Friday, so I'm gonna go over a whole bunch of different things. I noticed a whole bunch. That's how I am though. I noticed a whole bunch of different things and what can I do a lot better that I have done today. So come Saturday, I'm waking up. That's why I always say I never. I'm like that though. It's better. I shouldn't be saying this. Sometimes it's better to catch me tomorrow than today, because the way that I'm feeling today might necessarily be the way that I'm going to be feeling tomorrow, right? So that's a 50-50 chance. Either I'm going to feel a lot better about the situation or I'm going to feel a lot bad about the situation. So be careful about tarot cards, right? Mm-hmm. Somebody wanted counsel, somebody went to go get counsel, somebody probably left up feeling some type of way, right? I believe, but that's closure, but that's what I say about tarot cards. A lot of people don't understand that shit. For sometimes you got to be careful, because sometimes you might not want to hear what the fuck that you're hearing, right? And some people probably woke up and somebody probably heard something that they didn't like, right? So just be careful of doing that, right? I always like to say that. Always go to the source, right? People are going to tell you for how they feel, right? Now, is there anything else I want to say about that? Nah. But this is regarding relationships. Somebody went to a tarot card reader or something and they got some type of a powerful confirmation about it, however that it might be happening. Somebody went and got closure, however that they needed to go get closure, right? But I always want to say, when you're dealing with the information, like, it's so funny because I'm not gonna front. I don't let people pull my cards. I don't let people pull my energy. But when I do want to go, I go to this specific guy because he's so powerful. His name is Papa. And I asked him I asked him a specific question and I was flabbergasted. He's like, what? He looked at me, he said he said, Angel. I said, Papa. He said, girl. I was just like, wow, understand. Like, so, right. So you can get what you want. You just got to be careful when you get the answer that you're looking for. But, yeah, it was like, he started shaking his head like, ooh, wait. I was like, what? My eyeballs lit up like a Christmas tree, like, what? He said, okay. I said, all right, Papa. Whew, god damn. But that's another story. But yeah, man, you gotta, people are crazy. You like people. Some shit is crazy. But I always like to say, why go ask a question if you already know the answer to it? And then that's how you have some people like, why you coming asking me all of this shit and you already know about it? You already know. You already know. People are looking for another confirmation when they already should have a good confirmation, right? And then you know what's so good about it? I always say that for time is good sometimes. Time can heal a lot of different things, But then time will also reveal so much. So just within the process of people revealing or a shit being revealed to them, that's what can either take you off of your tilt or put you onto your tilt. So depending on where you are at, I always say that as the answers that you're going to receive. Yeah. hmm Let me tell you, I always say, well, shit. Listen. I always say shit about myself. I'm like a lair, like a Lazarus, a Lazarus. I'm like a fucking naze. But you have to understand people. I don't know why I said that shit about myself. You have to understand people. Now I don't know if people are fearful of hearing the truth of the matter, but people should be grown enough and people should have on their grown pants to understand what somebody's going through and how somebody feel, right? For I don't know why I'm keep repeating that. Just be careful. I always say that. Be careful, be careful, be careful, right? Or maybe somebody needs to know that. Like, I always say that. You'll be surprised. You'll be surprised. Or, damn. Also, what happened? Somebody had something went wrong with their left eye. Somebody got a reading or something like that. Something happened with their left eye, or a tear came down from their left eye. Uh. That's crazy. Um, that is so crazy. What the fuck is going on? I just got so quiet. Damn, that's a confirmation. That is a crazy, crazy situation. Oh my God. So somebody got a confirmation. You like, what is it? Because mm, it was going on around. This girl was talking about how some women feel like, I don't even know where the fuck this is coming from. I'm trying to break it down so I can put it out there to the masses, so the people who's coming by can hear this, for those who really need it. My shit is only meant for certain people to come get it and to dissect it. But I was trying to figure it out. It's some type of a feelings and emotions that somebody has been getting or they get about a specific person, and this is how they know that it's just a little bit more. It's more than sexual, and that's what it is. Because a lot of people be, it was a woman talking about, oh, some of these women think that their cat is all of that, and this is more powerful, they like to keep a man, and it's not that. It's the whole package, which is the whole essence of just somebody's just presence, their energy, um the way that they're capable of loving somebody, and the way that because I said the other day, you have some women who are lovers and healers, just like you have some women who are well, a lot of women should be in that energy, but some are not, because some don't know how to love and some don't know how to heal. So that's why the dividing of that. But for, oh my God, God damn it. That's crazy. That is so fucking crazy. Somebody follows me or listening to me, and their energy is so fucking unmatched, that is so crazy, and it just drives me crazy. Like, that's the only thing that I can explain it. And only why I'm getting that part is because for that aspect of it, that's how some people know that it's a little bit more. Because damn, okay, spirit, son of a gun, you want to come over here messing around with the queen, the goddess, you're gonna get it. For, and this was make this union that you are in, and this makes the union that you're going after, or this makes the union that you're building with whoever, girl or boy. For somebody have had their all tastes, all, if, why the fuck, spirit is saying, because you have been around the world. You, what the fuck? Okay, well, use me, I'm the vessel. For you have been around the world, and now you know the different tastes of the different flavors, and it's, I'm getting chills. Who the fuck is getting chills throughout their body? Now this chill is a chill that comes over your body. But this chill also resonate within the sexual energy, right? This is what is very, very tricky for this type of a energy, this type of sensation, or however that it may go, this is what separates a lot of different things, right? Wow, that's deep. That's really, really deep. Thank you, Spirit. I don't know who needs to hear that. For this is how some people understand, and this is how some people know. Wow, somebody said this is foreign territory. Somebody saying this is from foreign territory. I have never felt like this. I never feel like I was in this type of a box, in this type of a space. But I always say, for when you suppress that type of a force or that type of an energy, it just feels like it's smothering some people. So for some people, for it to fluctuate and for it to go, you have to release that and just walk in it. Wow, that's so deep. That is so crazy. Wow, god damn. Wow, you're like, okay, well, fuck it, Spirit. I'll go and say it. You're like, oh God, what am I doing? I always get myself in trouble when I start talking, but maybe people need to know this. And this is why I never looked at it like that. Thank you, Spirit. Somebody said, a home, this is not a home. A home is not a home. This is not a home. A home is not a home. This is not a home. Somebody is somebody's dope. Like, somebody is somebody's drug, yo. Somebody want to call somebody. Who the fuck want to call somebody?
Richmond Hill. I don't know that number. I ain't answering it.
Mm-mm. You should. See who it is. Hold on, y'all.
Hello?
That's crazy.
Hello?
Oh my God. So as I was waiting, yo, I feel like I want to cry. I don't know what the fuck this energy is about. Okay, I'm gonna say it how I'm gonna say it, because this is how it's come. It said, I look up in the sky and I cry. I don't know what the fuck that's about, but it said, I look up in the sky and I cry. Like, I don't know if somebody said when I find somebody, or however that it may be, or somebody looked up in the sky and they cried and they said, yo, I finally found the right one. Yo, my hair, my hair, my hair. Somebody has been having bad headaches, has been stressing about something that they are in. I always say, for to release that shit. Mm, God damn. And that's what I was trying to say for that. Wow. I now I can understand that part a little bit. No, why I'm saying this is it's because I came across something, right? I came across something, and now I understand that aggravation that somebody has said, right? But that's why, if you're following me, you're still on here. That's why is I would that would drive me insane too, especially, wow, damn, everything that I say it becoming the past. Yo, on my community post, I always like to say that because I don't never want people to think that I lie, but on my community post it says it's very, very serious when your body craves somebody. And this is how somebody had also got their confirmation within just what they're going, because somebody is craving somebody. It's like, wow, okay, Spirit, I'm gonna say it. It's like somebody gets a pulse. It's like the most it's like a pulse. It's like for the yearning or the feeling that they get, like, and it's like no other feeling. That's the drug type of a feeling of, I don't know. Wow, that's deep. So I understand that the aggravation for maybe the same person could be going through that too. Damn, that's powerful. That's powerful, and that's deep. When it's not a pulse, but it's like your soul is yearning for each other. That's deep. But you ain't get that shit in the confirmation of the damn reading that you got. My hands is itching. Somebody want to send somebody some money or something like that. Somebody want to do something very, very nice for somebody. and you should do it. It would be nice. Maybe somebody want to do like a peace offering or something like that. That'd be very very good as well. Yeah, my hands is itching. My hands just started itching like crazy. Every time my hands start itching, I always get money. But yeah, is it that yo? I was gonna talk about that. Damn. Okay, come on, spirit. The the eyes are the windows to the soul. As much as people might say this, that, and the third, you can see how much love and how much passion and how much feelings that somebody has by just looking in their eyes. People have been lying. Oh my God. Oh shit. And people play with people. Now look. Yo, what the fuck? I don't like this. The feeling is very weird. It's very, 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 very weird. It's very weird. Yo, I remember one day I was sleeping and it felt like I was summoned. Like I was woken up out of my sleep. I was like, what the hell? I was right here at Nana Strip. I was like, yo, that's crazy. But that's very, very deep. My hands is itching, yo. That's crazy. Well, somebody that found their their apple to the eye. And that's the energy that somebody has been running from for a very long time. That shit right there is what can scare people. But I'm happy, like, wow, that's crazy. I'm hearing too. Thank you, Spirit. You like what? Some people are experiencing their first love. You like what? Because when people fell in love with somebody or they thought that they were in love with somebody, they never had these type of a deep sensations, a deep yearning of when your body is yearning and calling for somebody. And this is how people are also getting a confirmation that this relationship, damn, it's a relationship. It just went over into a relationship. You want somebody to be in a relationship with somebody? Somebody wants to be in a relationship? Shit. You got some shit like, oh my God. Mm-mm-mm. Sometimes I wish that the energy, sometimes people can feel the energy or whatever that's going on because it's the most, yo, it's the most amazing sensation that the type of a feeling that you can get that can resonate throughout your body. That is beautiful. That is so nice. It's funny. I be seeing shit like I be getting images and certain stuff like pictures in my mind a little bit. Yeah, that's nice. You like what? Because people are not even gonna have to do nothing. I think that'd be very very like good too, even though people they're doing in life, they're going what you need to go. But it's nothing like when the person is around somebody, like how people gotta do a whole bunch of like action for playing shit like that. For this aspect, you don't even gotta do all of that. It's just the fucking chemistry. Like damn, man, that would be a weird like like what parties, events, engagements, and shit like that is going to be amazing. Like you're going to be like, intentions towards me. New subscriber. Oh, new subscriber. Can I talk? What you want to talk about? Steven's intention. So somebody got attention towards who? Who the fuck is on my live? Who is on my live? Do not jump off. Who is this? Your Q and A, your Q and A. People, you can ask me whatever you want to ask me. Somebody is on my live. Somebody is definitely on my live. Somebody is definitely somebody. Ooh, somebody's definitely on my live. You like now, Steven intends. Who's? Oh my God. Who? Who? You like what? Now the attention. Okay. It's nothing like a pure attention of somebody. That's like the honest. That's like the rare of the rarest. I always like to say that. Okay, I can say it like this. So I have a friend. I'm gonna say it like that. I have a friend. I want to keep them to. I want to keep them to very privately. I don't want to tell their business. But I have a friend, and my friend. I was coaching my friend. I was coaching my friend. Who the fuck is on my life? People think this is a joke. It's a game. You like what? No, 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 no. Stop it. You like stop doing that, please, for the sake of me. But right. So let me tell you this. So somebody gonna get knocked out. I just started coughing. Somebody that's gonna hear this. Oh my God, what is going on, spirit? I can't talk. It's like something just stopped me from talking, or somebody's gonna feel like they got punched in their throat. They can't talk. They needed to hear this message. Okay, spirit. Because I'm about to give it a scenario. And the spirit said, please let me talk. Maybe I should stop there. I think I'm going to stop. People's attentions and the way that they have always felt about somebody has always been real. It's kind of crazy. How can I say this? It's not about convincing anybody, but it's about people seeing the truth for their own self. And you'll be surprised of everything that had just been taking place for a while, for a very long while. And you know what's so sad, and I think that's why some people was hurt. Damn, I said I was going. Somebody felt like they wanted to cry. I shouldn't have my punk ass cry either, but this is the energy that that I'm feeling, and I know that because of the way that things have been going, things have been taking place, and even the way that some people were in their pride, they didn't understand it. They could have been very, 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 very disrespectful, maybe to certain people who now they're now starting to realize that they have always had pure intent for them. So I want people to get from out of that space, because sometimes people can step on their own neck when the other person still look with you and still pure intent. That's what's so beautiful. As much as sometimes people or individual can do so much to sabotage shit, or people do shit unknowingly knowing that they're sabotaging something, but when you have somebody who can see a lot differently and see a lot farther, it's like they don't hold that over people's head, and that's a pure intent. Where even though somebody don't understand and they have done so much, it's not like people holding it over their head. Like, how can you hold? You have to be a real grown up about it. How can you hold something over somebody's head when they actually didn't know the severity of whatever that was going on? You know what I mean? So people can't hold themselves and be accountable, for that part aspect of it. So your intentions, always make sure people have, good, pure intentions about different things. I always say that for um, mm, mm, some people are be very, very different, right? Maybe somebody needs to hear this, right? For somebody have always had feelings for you. Somebody is never going to stop looking at you in the purest of the light that you are, regardless to the fact of what it is, right? And nobody's going to hold that over you. It's kind of like when people get with people and they don't hold certain shit that they have done to them over their head. That's called a grown woman. That's called a grown man. People need to start, and this is why a lot of people were very scared, I think, for some time, And then you had a lot of men saying, "This bitch is trying to change me." This bitch is trying to change me. No, she was never trying to change you. She just wanted you to see how much you have worth, because even people have worth. You have worth. You have worth in a lot of things that you do. You have worth in the way that you move. You have worth in the way that you conduct yourself. And you also should have worth in the fucking people who you are fucking. And then when it comes to that aspect, people should learn, right? Nobody is going to, I always say that, when your road and your house is very, very blessed, and one person know it but the other person doesn't, is that person responsibility to bless whatever God had for you. Now, it be the waiting game sometimes that throw people off, but hopefully people get it eventually. And then for those people who don't get it, then that's a lesson learned. So when you be in that situation again, you won't miss out on it. So no, if I know our road is blessed, I know everything that we supposed to be touching is supposed to be fruitful. I can't let you come in with that energy and pollute a road that was so blessed. And you like, what is it? That mean when people are not in their healing state of mind. You like, what's your healing state of mind? The healing state of mind is that you know your worth, you know your value. You're not gonna let nobody disrespect some shit that was actually meant to feed your soul. You know what I mean? To do a whole bunch of different things, right? And because people don't understand that, they let people come into their life. And when you let people come into your life or into the situation, or you want to build something, if niggas is unhealthy, guess what's gonna happen? Niggas gonna lie, niggas gonna cheat, niggas gonna move very weird and shit like that. And for a lot of people on this ride, I don't know why no man or no woman, it's just something about the look that a nigga have or a woman have when they look in the mirror. I got up this morning. I know I'm moving accordingly. I know that I'm moving right. You know what I mean? When I got up out of bed, and before I got up out of bed, I don't know if this is somebody's routine or somebody wants to do this, but when somebody gets up in the morning time when they go into the bathroom to start their day, it's something about like a love kiss or something like that they do on somebody's forehead or however that it may be, right? So on this aspect, the way that they start getting up and they go about their day, that's the power of a woman. See, you heard what I said? A power of a woman. She knows how to save shit. She, as well as a woman, we should know how to build a foundation, keep a foundation, and protect a foundation, right? And that's a job also of a woman as well, because we have to protect the kingdom, meaning the peace, right? And if we don't understand that and we don't know how to protect the peace, then all the madness, all the problems from outside come home. And a lot of women don't understand for when you're coming home. That's why I was saying that for a lot of people, it shouldn't be talked about work. You know what I mean? Especially if y'all not in that space or however. But when a nigga come home, when I come home, I don't want to talk about work. I don't want to talk about problems. I don't want to talk about anything. This is just a safe space for you to, I don't know, go through, relax, have fun, family time, chill, relax, debunk from the world. Because the house is the kingdom for you. If you never heard people, you always hear me say that shit. Long as I got everything in the house, I don't gotta go nowhere. A lot of people houses are not like that, and people houses should be like that. Bitch, I got everything. I got the bar, I got the club, I got the pool, I got the jacuzzi. Shit, let's go big. Spirit said on this season, speak big, stop speaking little. Right? You heard what I said? Speak big, stop speaking little. So I'ma speak big. Let's go. But I want an airplane. I want a helicopter pad, like some shit over there in London. You know how they be having them big ass like little castles and shit like that. For when I go home, however it be, I want a helicopter pad or however. Because Spirit says speak big. A lot of people don't understand when you are speaking big and you want to manifest, you're supposed to speak as big. Spirit want people to start speaking big, grand gesture and shit. So that's what you have. So you have everything. So it's no reason for me like that to really go outside like that. Why do I need to go to a club and I need to do all of this? I got that shit at my house. And if I want to be like in a little mirage or whatever the fuck that shit is, like a resort, or however people think, then go tell your husband, husband, you know, or however that it may be. This is what I want. You know, I always like to. I was saying that because I'm very like weird sometimes. So I was like, well, I want a bookshelf. You're like, what? Yeah, I want a bookshelf, but I don't want a bookshelf board. Like I think that'd be very, 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 very sexy if my honey was to buy, you know, my honey was to build me a bookshelf. Like this bitch is crazy. No, I'm not. Like that's sentimental value. Like certain things that you just cannot get nowhere else. Like so when you come home, you're like, my honey, like that's the type of shit that I want. Like these bitches talking about all of this shit. No, my honey, he just built me a bookshelf. Like that's how I am. He's doing this, that, and the third because those are special. And for that momentum, because I always like to say, a lot of people want to be happy. It's nothing like doing a lot of great, good shit for people who really like deserve it. Not deserve it, but you got pride in that shit. You got pride. And I think a lot of these men, some of these men were running from that. How can you run from your greatness? How can you run from your blessing? How can you run from home? How can you run from where you have so much life and a whole bunch of other different shit? And then it could switch into the factor however that you want it to be. But yeah. And some people were like going back and forth, like, no, or, you know, I always say that. And then when you have a family and kids and shit like that, that's like a different momentum, even for the men and for the women. Cause now it's like a lot. It's like more pride. Like it's nothing like when you hear a nigga say, "Just I'm doing this shit for my family." Like I don't care about none of that shit because then you have a little bit more. So for a lot of different men and women, it's like niggas gonna be it's gonna be so weird a little bit for people, and that's where you have to understand, and that's on the flip part how a nigga would feel some type of way, because you have to understand there's always some people in different lifestyles that bring a lot of focus and a lot of people. Because of me, I bring mad traction. I bring mad niggas. I bring mad this, that, and the third. So now, since I'm out the way, put it for a guy because it's always niggas like that. It's one nigga, however that it may be, that just bring more bitches, bring more sauce, bring a whole bunch of different things. And now, because this nigga is flipping or she's flipping and it's no longer that, then that's where the hate and the animosity come, because now this nigga's not outside or she's not outside, and then it becomes to nigga, I'm changing. Nah, I'm not changing, nigga. I just got something that's very, very rare, and people have to understand that, right? And then this is where I was telling people before that this is where you're gonna have a lot of people who you're gonna figure out, because some people are not gonna believe a lot of people, so they're gonna set people up. People will be going places, this is that and third. And they gonna be like, yo, it's like 15, 20 bitches here. Like, you know, I'm not even with all of that type of a shit. And niggas not gonna understand it. But, you know, you have certain people who put people to the test. That's why I was telling a lot of different people, for a lot of people need to master their monsters. And you're like, what are your monsters? Like if you drink a lot, you know, when you start drinking, you know that you start doing this, that, and the third, you're more liable to do a whole bunch of different other shit that you would have never did if you wasn't on that timing, right? So people are now starting to identify a whole bunch of different things, right? So that's cool. I heard somebody say, man, I like that. When I heard somebody say that, I love that. Like, what? I ain't doing none of that shit. This shit is business. I'm going to go do what I need to do, and then I need to go home. I love that. That's a grown man talk, and a lot of people not going to understand that, but it's nothing like running around with packs. Ooh, let's go. I speak nothing but blessings. I speak nothing but blessings, and I speak nothing but greatness over people proposals. Niggas is about to get married. People about these niggas is all about to get married. This shit is it's gonna be so comical. You like, look, niggas don't think. Well, I knew Young Thug was gonna marry Mariah the Scientist, and people think that he did that shit for promo. No, he would have been a fool if he didn't marry her. Like, and you like, what is it? And people like, oh, this is that and the third. No, she deserve it. And the only why I say that is some women deserve certain shit like that. Or yeah, yo, what happened to her was just so fucked up, very messed up. Just the scenario from just her hearing them different phone calls, some other chicks, whole bunch of other different things that she probably had to go through that the world don't even fucking understand, and then for her to be getting gut punched, like that's like the worst feeling ever for women to get gut punched like that, and especially when you really, really like rock with somebody like that and you really, really love them and you don't give a fuck about none of that. You don't care about the houses. You don't care about the money. You don't care about his network. You don't care about none of that shit. And you just really give a fuck about his body, his mind, his space, and his soul in a way, and always trying to make sure that he's in a great place, because that's what a woman's job is, to keep their ass balanced like that. Mm-hmm. But I knew he was gonna marry her. He would have been a fool. And if she would have broke up, she would have had problems. I always say that shit. For some women, it become problems because, like, I always say that, like, who the fuck, you got something rare. I'm gonna keep saying that shit, and you gonna let another nigga get that? I'm just saying, or however, me, you fuck up so bad that you're gonna, the only person that would have came and bailed you out of jail, the only person that went to war for you, the only person that would be up late at night putting hands on you, blessing you, doing a whole bunch of different shit. When you get shit like that, it's very, very rare, right? Then I was also trying to teach people about trauma bonding, because a lot of people were fucking trauma bonding with people because they just met people at a certain time. So because of their trauma bonding, they thought that this is where they were supposed to be, and actually people was just for like a lesson learned at this particular time in their life. And because of the momentum, and then because of how people was trying to put it on people, and that be the worst manipulation. Like, I was with you through this, I did this, is that, and the third. Like, bitch, that's manipulation, like, for real. Because if you was really with me through my times and this is that and the third, you would have never said no shit like that. You know what I mean? So people have to understand that. And then it's fucked up to say it, as when people start going to different levels, it's like a kickback. That old shit sometimes can't go to your new level, as much as it's fucked up the way that it is, and as much as some people get hurt within the process. That's why I was saying, like, that was so funny, because somebody said love is a bitch. Yeah, love is a bitch. A whole bunch of people will get hurt. And listen to this part: when somebody really care and somebody really loves somebody, a whole bunch of niggas' feelings is gonna get hurt. You know why? Because once people start understanding, the people gonna be like, I don't give a fuck about that. You're like, what? Because that's not where I'm supposed to be. You like, no, 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 no. I'm supposed to be with him. She's supposed to be with me, however that it may be. And people are going to be having like a hit fit. That's what I'm saying. People are going to be like, oh my God. They're going to be crazy. But when people understand that it's now for their sanity, for their self, for their personal growth, for them to be who they need to be, love is a bitch, especially for other people that's on the other sector. And yeah, sometimes it's not right, but I also say it comes to the part where if you really cared about that person, or however that you may be, right, then you'll let that person go, right? I always say that shit, right? Right? I can't do nothing for you because I'm suppressing you. You like, what the fuck do you mean? I'm suppressing this nigga because I know he don't wants to be with, you know what I mean? He wants to be with somebody else. So I have to go let him be with somebody else. You know what I mean? And a dude, sometimes dude should say that shit like, yo, you know this bitch don't want to be with you, right? I'm just that's it came out fucked up. But it's the truth. And that be so crazy. Niggas is so disrespectful. That's crazy. Niggas is disrespectful. Niggas is gonna start telling people that. But I'm just saying, like, and that's how it is. That be the kicker. Like that be the crazy part sometimes. Like nigga, like, and I be fighting. Please don't nobody get in no fights. Like what? I see. I understand. Like fuck that. I hear growl dogs. Always hear that, like in the spiritual realm, like certain stuff. That's what I always say. So be careful. I always say my shit. Certain people roads are so protected. I wish people I'd squeeze their ass like a fucking python. You come over here, fucking around, you can't breathe. That's what I want you to do to them, spirit. Breathe them, smother their ass like a python, so they won't never ever come over here. Strike their ass like a scorpion. Bite their ass. Some people need that fucking around, because people need to stop trying to interfere with greatness. And because people don't know, or some people who do know, their penalty is very, very harsh. Another confirmation. Can't nobody stop what's coming. So be careful getting these motherfucking tarot card readings. If something is not settling or something that you don't understand, fuck going to go see all these tarot cards. Pick up the phone. Call somebody. Ask somebody. Get your own personal confirmation through the person who you are trying to, deal with and talk to. Right? The signs are very, very clear. The signs. I got so many 33s and shit like that all over my damn social media page or 111. I be looking at so many signs and shit that God be giving me. I'll be a fool not to pay attention on the great things that are coming. I just wanted to say that. Don't listen too much to whatever the fuck is going on. You want to see if somebody really care about you and love you or however that it may be, take your cowardly ass. You heard me? You take your cowardly ass and go over there and go ask somebody. They give you the truth. Just be prepared for it, right? I always say that. You cannot go back anyway. People open up Pandora's box. It's going to be very, very hard. And people are going to give people trouble. Like what? No. Somebody didn't touch real love. Somebody knows what real love is. Somebody understands the real definition of it. Somebody understands the real definition of working with people in the couple the settings and being able to dominate and take over and do a whole bunch of things. Some people have found out these people are very, very tricky. You like why? Because once people have stepped into certain people atmospheres and certain things had produced certain ways, that's their own confirmation for if other people was what, however that it may be, it didn't go that way. I always say that shit. And for some people, break up. You like what? I'm just saying for some people, because sometimes that happens. Some people break up, they be good, shit just start going good, going good, going good. And that's how it happened. You be with somebody 10 years, however, 3 years, 4 years, however, shit just don't start going right, or however that may be. You get from out of that situation, or you start talking to somebody, however that it may be, it's the person. That motherfucker was cursed. People, bloodlines be cursed for generations and generations. Some people were just in this lifetime that they're in right now, just fucking cursed. Nothing good is going to come from out of it. And people don't understand that shit until they actually step away from people and they understand, like, yo, I wasn't doing shit with this bitch. I wasn't doing shit with this nigga. It just seemed like everything was just so fucked up. Confirmation. Somebody, I'm gonna give you right. This is the conclusion of whatever the fuck that these people told you. It is not what they said. For the person that you have been looking and seeking and going after, or however, have always cared about you. They was just waiting for you. Some of you guys to just get your shit together, because ain't nobody gonna let nobody come and fuck up something that was blessed. Would you? Would you want to? You know what I mean? You have to look at that. Are you really honestly prepared, or however, or maybe I don't know how people want to do it, but mm I want everybody who rocking with me. I want them to wake up and just be with pride and shit like that. Ain't nothing like that. Like, this nigga just told me no. Oh my god, these niggas are telling people no. You're shocking the bitches out here, niggas. Just shocking them. You like what? Because you just have some people who was in the flow. Some people was good with linking up. Some people was cheating. Some people was doing a whole bunch of different shit. And some people are not doing that. And a whole bunch of people just can't understand that. People are trying to look up people like, you know what I mean? Who is this bitch? Or this nigga's just like, who is this nigga? Like, don't do it. Don't do it. Don't do it. Like, what? I heard somebody say, here I is like Wando. Find me Wando. I'm the nigga. Right? I'm the bitch. Like, no. A private relationship, a private relationship is always a good relationship, but people can do whatever the fuck you want to do. It's up for you. But people see people smiling. Congratulations. Congratulations on your successful abundance of blessings of being married for over 33 years. I love that. That's my favorite number. For being married for over 33 years. Congratulations on your 3 kids. Congratulations on your 3 new businesses. Congratulations. Y'all want to, somebody want to buy 3 more cars. Somebody looking for a bigger house. 3 more garage. Somebody want to add 3 more uh, rooms to something, 3 more inches or however. Oh my God, somebody got 3 more centimeters before they actually push out their baby. So congratulations, congratulations. 3 kids, God damn it. Congratulations on your house. It's nothing. Congratulations on your new house being filled with laughter, peace, and joy. Until next time, I hope that I just sprinkle some of my beautiful fairy dust on people.